For thousands of years, we have told stories about gods, blue skin, cosmic, dancing in fire. But what if these were never just stories? What if they were compressed knowledge, encoded in symbolism, hidden in plain sight? What if the ancients were not describing a god, but reality itself? In 2004, something unusual happened. At CERN, the world's most advanced particle physics laboratory, a statue was installed. Not of a scientist, not of Einstein, but of Nataraj, Shiva, the cosmic dancer. Physicists didn't place it there as decoration, they placed it there as metaphor. Because when they smash particles together at near light speed, what they see is not solidity, they see vibration, they see constant motion, they see a dance, and suddenly an ancient image doesn't look so ancient. Before calculus, before equations, before particle accelerators, how do you preserve complex ideas? You turn them into characters. Shiva may not be a personality, he may be a principle, an anthropomorphic equation, a way to embody forces that couldn't yet be symbolized mathematically. Instead of writing unified field, you show up being holding fire, drum, and stillness. It's memory architecture, story as science storage. Modern physics suggests something radical. At the deepest level, matter is not solid, it is vibration. String theory proposes that what we call particles are tiny vibrating strings of energy. Different vibrations, different particles. Reality is frequency. Now look at the drum, a drum, sound emerging from silence. In ancient thought, creation begins with nara sound, not a metaphorical sound. Vibration, a pulse, the first disturbance in stillness, the first ripple in nothingness. Physics tells us the universe begins from a singularity. No space, no time, no separation. Everything compressed into a point smaller than imagination. Ancient cosmology called this Hiranyagarbha, the golden womb, not a place, a potential. Everything that ever was inside one infinite density. And then expansion, not an explosion into space, the creation of space itself. Shiva dances in fire, one foot raised, one foot crushing ignorance. Around him, a ring of flame. In quantum field theory, particles are not objects, they are excitations, temporary disturbances in a field. They appear, they vanish, they reappear. Reality is not stable matter, it is dynamic activity, a continuous dance of creation and destruction. The Tandava is not graceful, it's violent, chaotic, necessary. Shiva is called the destroyer, but destruction is misunderstood. In physics, entropy must increase. Stars burn out, systems decay, structures collapse, but when stars die, they scatter heavy elements carbon, oxygen, iron. The elements inside your blood were born in stellar death. Destruction makes complexity possible. Without collapse, there is no evolution. And yet, the universe is balanced. If gravity were slightly stronger, the universe collapses early. Slightly weaker, galaxies never form. If electromagnetism changed, atoms destabilize. There is chaos, but within it, precision. Shiva's raised hand says, do not fear, not because nothing will change, but because change is governed. Mass, energy, Einstein showed they are interchangeable. E equals mc squared. Mass is condensed energy. Energy is liberated mass. Shiva is stillness. Shakti is motion, structure, and power. You cannot have one without the other. They are the same thing viewed differently. The lingam is geometry. Simple, symmetrical, centered. Physics predicts singularities, points where our equations break. Black holes, centers of collapse, where density becomes infinite, where space-time curves beyond comprehension. The lingam may represent that center, not form, but origin. Here is something unsettling. Everything we see, stars, planets, you, make up less than 5% of the universe. The rest, invisible, dark matter. We cannot detect it directly, but galaxies would fly apart without it. It is unseen, but essential, a silent stabilizer. And then something even stranger. The universe is not just expanding, it is accelerating. Something is pushing it outward. We call it dark energy. We don't understand it, We only measure its effect, an invisible force driving cosmic separation, expansion without visible cause. Empty space is not empty. Even in vacuum, particles flicker into existence. Quantum fluctuations, energy bubbling in apparent nothingness. Zero is not nothing. Zero is unstable potential. Shunya, a pregnant void. In quantum mechanics, observation affects outcome. Before measurement, a particle exists in probability. After observation, it collapses into a definite state. The observer is not separate. The act of seeing changes reality. The third eye opens, and uncertainty burns away. Erwin Schrödinger once suggested that consciousness is singular, that the sense of individuality may be an illusion, that we are not many observers, but one awareness, looking through many windows. It's not mysticism, it's a philosophical consequence of quantum mechanics. Time feels linear, past, present, future. But Einstein showed that time bends, gravity stretches it, speed slows it. Near extreme gravity, time nearly stops. At a singularity, time may not exist. Mahakal, not bound by chronology. Cosmology now considers cyclical models expansion, contraction, rebirth. Not one beginning, but many, like breath. Inhale, exhale, creation, dissolution. Two particles connected instantly. Regardless of distance, change one. The other red spots. Separation might be illusion, distance might be surface level, connection may be fundamental. Some physicists suggest reality may be holographic. Informations encoded on boundaries, each fragment containing the whole. A cosmic web of reflection. Every point connected. Every part containing totality. And here is the final shift. You are not outside this system. The atoms in your brain were forged in ancient stars. The electricity in your neurons follows physics law. You are not observing the universe, you are the universe becoming aware of itself. Tattvam Asi. You are that.